I remember the knock on my door like a shot. 3 slow, deliberate raps. My heart didn't race. I had long stopped letting old ghosts startle me. When I opened it, the sun glinted off the marble floors, the walls lined with art that had cost more than their entire estate. And there they were, smiles forced, hands twitching. My family, the same people who hadn't so much as sent a card in 10 years. I said nothing at first, just let my eyes sweep over them. The hesitation, the recognition, the fear, that pause, that right there was the first taste of justice. Flashback hits me, unbidden, 10 years ago. I was different then. Lean, eager, desperate to belong. I remember the first time I walked into their world. Bright laughter, clinking glasses, the smell of roast chicken in the air. I thought they were family. I thought they were love. I trusted every word, every gesture, every hug. I thought their approval meant something. And then, without explanation, I didn't exist. Reunions passed, birthdays ignored, invitations stopped coming. I was a ghost in my own story. I called, I visited. I was politely rebuffed, then finally entirely erased. At first, I mourned quietly. Then I observed. The cracks appeared, subtle, a glance, a slip of the tongue. I started noticing who they were when they thought no one was watching. And then I saw the truth. Greed, vanity, cruelty disguised as charm. They didn't just reject me. They measured me, found me lacking, and erased me to feel superior. I don't cry over betrayal anymore. I plan cold, deliberate, every move calculated. I amassed my fortune quietly, leaving no trace of my rise. I invested, I negotiated, I built an empire under their radar. Every decision, every risk, all for this moment, for the doorway, for the knock. They never saw me coming. Not really, because I had become what they never expected. Untouchable, untethered, unapologetically successful. And I had learned the most important thing about revenge. It's not the shouting or the scandal. It's the subtle unraveling, the precise timing, the slow burn that leaves them staring at the wreckage and realizing they caused it. I led them inside, every step measured. The chandeliers sparkled above their heads. My voice was calm, smooth, deceptively light. I wasn't invited, I said. Their smiles froze. They had rehearsed their charm. They had assumed I would be weak. I let them hang in that moment, suspended between memory and reality. I gave them a tour, showed them the house, the car collection, the backyard they could never afford to dream of. I spoke of charity donations, of business achievements, not bragging, demonstrating the difference between them and me. I watched their eyes shift. Admiration, envy, guilt, but I said nothing. My silence was louder than any accusation. Then I served coffee, and in my careful, controlled way, I mentioned their mismanagement of the family trust, their old habits of financial negligence. I asked casually about debts and foreclosures, the subtle tightening around their mouths, the half-swallow of panic. I could see the realization blooming. I knew, I always knew, and it was too late. I left them there sipping, the uncomfortable quiet stretching. I walked to the balcony, letting them stew, giving them the space to feel their own irrelevance. They stayed until the sun started dipping, unsure, afraid, powerless, and as they left, they did something they hadn't done in a decade. They glanced at me, not with familiarity, but with fear, recognition, respect, a subtle bow to a force they had underestimated. I closed the door behind them, locked it, sat back in my leather chair, letting the satisfaction wash over me. Not joy, not triumph exactly, but the calm iron piece of justice executed with precision. I wasn't screaming. I wasn't tearing anything down. I was untouchable. I had risen while they remained trapped in the hollow echo of their own arrogance. And in that silence, I finally allowed myself to smile.